Hello, everyone, and welcome as we highlight a few of the 3-year-old Colt Gelding Pacers that were 2-year-old standouts, and now they are part of the 2021 Hopefuls. Take a look as we caught up with the connections of Southwind Gendry, Perfect Sting, Always a Mickey, and Charlie May. We take a look at Southwind Gendry, the son of Always Be Mickey, who was 10 for 13 at 2, took a lifetime mark of 150 flat, and bankrolled over $583,000 for his connections. A few wins to his credit were the PA Sires Stake Championship, the Bluegrass, and the Matron. He was driven by both Yannick Gingras and David Miller for trainer Ron Burke. He is the #1 pick on the Hoofbeats 2021 predictives for 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers. Ron Burke had a few things to say about his talented colt.
Southwind Gendry coming back from 2 to 3, strong suits for him last year, and do you see any, how has he grown and improvements coming into this year?
He actually might have got a little bit stronger and a little bit better gated, actually. So actually all that's good.
A strength for him last year, won a ton of races. What would you say you're looking most forward to seeing out of him this year?
I mean, just, giving a chance to race more in big races. Like, I have all the confidence in the world in him.
He's just a big, strong horse. What do you think a strength of his will be going up against this group of 3-year-olds this year?
Is that he's so usable either way that you can go, he'll race from the back, he'll race from the front. He lets you do what's best for him.
As far as this transition from 2 to 3, with the Colts you've had in the past, do you feel like he is coming back well? Are you impressed with what you've seen so far?
Yeah, no, we're thrilled with him. Everything's been perfect. No missteps at all. So everything's good.
Perfect Sting, the 2-year-old Colt Pacer of the Year and son of Always Be Mickey, completed a perfect freshman campaign for Hall of Fame trainer Joe Holloway. A few of his standout performances came in the Bluegrass at Lexington and his Breeders' Crown win. He is ranked #2 on the 2021 Predictives poll for Hoofbeats. David Miller was his regular pilot and looks to be again in 2021. Our own Ken Weingartner caught up with trainer Joe Holloway to talk about his colt.
How has he changed for you?
I think he's matured a lot. He's trained back great. He was always a very, very lazy horse. He's still calm and relaxed, but when you ask him to go, he goes without near as much urging. Once he got racing, he wanted to win. I think the start where he ran down Summa Cum Laude, we were kind of far back. I mean, I have a picture, and when they're going past the flags, he's still a couple lengths off, but he got him at the wire. It was a gritty start.
What are your expectations for this season?
Expectations of the moon. Don't want to settle for less, but if we have to, we have to. But my expectations are, I think he's a great horse. I don't think he's just a good horse. I think he's a great horse.
Always a Mickey, the son of Always Be Mickey, had a strong 2-year-old season for his connections. He won 5 races and 13 starts, made over $331,000, and ended the year strong, winning the Governor's Cup. The Nancy Tactor trainee was driven by Dexter Dunn. Ken Weingartner caught up with Nancy to talk about 2021. He is ranked 5th on the 2021 Hoofbeats Predictives poll. Let's see what Nancy had to say about her colt.
How's he coming back and changed?
Always a Mickey. He's a fighter. He's a little bit of an overachiever. He's not very big. He's by far the smallest horse in my barn, but he filled out a lot between 2 and 3, so that makes me happy. He's got a big gait to him, even though he's small in stature, so as long as he can utilize his big gait and cover a lot of ground quickly, I think he should be just fine.
What do you like most about him?
He's a fighter, for sure. He gives 150% effort every time he races. He lays it all out on the track. He really genuinely likes to be a racehorse, I think. He goes behind the gate and you can just see him kind of swell up even though he's a little small guy, but definitely just his attitude. If I could put his attitude in some of my bigger horses, I'd have a ton of world champions.
Charlie May, the Ohio homebred son of McCardle, who made breeder and owner Don Tiger's dreams come true in 2020. He was 7 for 9 and bankrolled over $328,000 on the Ohio circuit. He is trained by Steve Carter and was driven by Brett Miller. We caught up with Steve Carter to talk about his talented colt. He is ranked 6th on the 2021 Hoofbeats Predictives poll, and he already has a win to his credit in 2021.
Tell us a little bit about Charlie, how he's changed from 2 to 3.
Well, he really hasn't changed any. I'll be honest with you. He's the same pretty much since the day he walked in. He never has a bad day on the racetrack. Only thing's wrong with him, he has bad feet. that's about it.
You've got a barn full here at your own farm here in Londonderry, Ohio. But what do you think makes him stand out? Is he certainly the horse that you like to see looking back in the barn every day, correct?
Yeah, I mean, he's dependable. You don't have to do much to him. You just, when you come in, you look for blood on his feet and see if he's popped another quarter crack or heel crack or whatever.
What are some of the things you might do to help prevent it through the year?
Well, his feet get extra care. We feed him a little supplement, and we have the blacksmith look at him a lot. And I have Eric Thomas' phone number. If I need to get him wired, I take him up there and get him wired.
Expectations always high when you got a 2-year-old like him coming back at 3. Any sort of you've been doing this a really long time, but is there any pressure still to come back having a colt like him?
Well, only until today has I felt anything about any pressure, because they're just animals and they go out and do their best. So I expect them to do well, though.